The current champions of the World Cup facing an injury crisis ahead of the 2022 tournament. Big names are missing: Paul Pogba, N'Golo Kante, but newly, Christopher Nkunku, Karim Benzema. This is the first time since the 50s that the Ballon d'Or winner will not be playing in the World Cup. France are going into this tournament with a very inexperienced midfield. Do you think that they can defend their title with the squad that they have right now?
No, I don't believe they can. I mean, even with all their players, we all know about the World Cup curse. The previous winners never make it out of the group stage. So Kylian Mbappe's got a lot of things on his hands right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have to do a carry job. I mean, if he somehow pulls this off, what does that do for his legacy?
Honestly, this might be a hot take, but it might solidify him as a top 10 greatest of all time. If you really think about it, this is going to be his second time, his second campaign coming into the World Cup and absolutely putting on a show. We saw it in 2018 where he was, 19 years old, scoring in the final. We've only seen it with one other man, and that was none other than Pele. So, I mean, he already looks like him, kind of.
What you trying to say?
Stop.
No, but yeah, in seriousness though, like that would be crazy if he somehow managed to pull that off. I mean, but look, the midfield without Pogba, without Kante, it's looking tough. Like, obviously you got Camavinga and Tchouaméni, insane talents at Real Madrid, but they're so inexperienced. This is their first major tournament. You've got other players like Rabiot, who's quite average. Guendouzi, not very experienced, quite average. We've seen him in the Prem. He's obviously having a good season at Marseille. But I mean, look, their midfield's, in my opinion, the most important part of the pitch. And if you can't dominate the midfield against the top teams, you're going to pay the price.
Yeah, I 100% agree. But I mean, there's also X factors like we see Olivier Giroud. He hasn't stopped scoring in the Serie A. And as well as Theo Hernandez, the left back. He wasn't there in 2018. And we know he's 100% a top 5 left back in the world right now. And we know he's got that creativity that maybe the midfield might be lacking. He's got the pace. Deschamps might just be he might turn this team into a counter-attacking giant. And honestly, that might be the best way to go about this World Cup campaign.
I mean, filling in Karim Benzema's boots right now is not an easy job. But yeah, Giroud's having a good season. Their attacking talent is not lacking. You still got Coman. You still got Dembele. Marcus Thuram off the bench. Griezmann's still, he's the experience in the team. And then, we haven't even talked about their defense yet. I mean, it's rock solid. They've got insane talent, experienced talent, young players. So obviously their team is still one of the best. But with their midfield lacking and key players missing, it's going to be a tough task to defend their title.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, they've got their first game against Australia. How difficult is this first game for them? Knowing that, they're coming off the World Cup, are they going to overlook Australia in this aspect, or you think they're very focused on this game?
I mean, I guess that's down to Deschamps. I mean, the mentality has to be there. They can't take any game lightly in the World Cup. There's only 3 group games. You can't really slip up. I mean, that's how defending champions usually slip up. They, I guess they just take the first game lightly, but, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, another statistics, whoever wins their first game has an 86% chance of moving on into the next round. So, I mean, if France remains locked in, we might see this curse being broken. But we did see it against Germany, South Korea, Mexico in their group previous in 2018. We all thought that, they would steamroll that team, but look what happened to them.
Yeah. All right, final prediction. How do you think France is going to do in this World Cup?
I honestly think they will break this curse despite all their injuries, but I think they might fall short in the quarterfinals. I think that there's a lot of teams stacked on their side that I think might have the edge over them.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with that. I think they will get past the groups, but, I can definitely see them going out in the round of 16.
Yeah, and I mean, this might honestly be the last campaign Deschamps has in charge of France. There's a big name lurking around, a lot of rumors being had of this big bald man called Zinedine Zidane. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, if I'm a player and I'm hearing that if Deschamps doesn't do well in this tournament, Zidane's going to be manager, I'm throwing the tournament.
Whoa,
throwing
your own legacy for a coach.
Nah, Zidane,
you heard it here first.
Zidane, he's that guy. And if he actually wants the France job, that's only, France can only go up, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be exciting stuff to watch. But yeah, I guess we're going to have to watch Australia, France, see how they do in this group, and it's been an exciting tournament so far.
Yeah, we'll catch y'all soon.
Peace.